more than a week off after the break, did a little bit of a slow start. How you feel like the team was maybe a little bit rusty that first quarter, and what did you guys do to kind of shake that off, if so?
We did start off a little slower than usual, but we knew to trust our instincts and trust our play, and we just played our game.
Te-Hina, where do you think you guys stand as you get ready for a league play, about how you guys are playing, what you're doing well, maybe what you need to get better at?
You know, there's always things to work on. The main thing this game was to take care of the ball. I thought we did pretty well with that. And rebounding, I thought we also did pretty well with that, but there's always things to work on. So we're just going to watch film, see the game, and see what we got to work on and improve on.
Big picture, what's maybe the biggest difference between this team now than when you started the season in Paris?
We just keep getting better every day. And we're just going to keep it rolling and keep working on things that can get better. So, you know, working on free throws, I forgot to mention that. We can do a better job making free throws and just locking in on those. And those are definitely going to help us in the long run, so we got to knock them down.
Thank you, Pam.
Thank you.
ECU does a good job at creating turnovers. How'd you guys kind of handle that and navigate that?
I mean, we made a concerted effort to take care of the basketball. I mean, we probably didn't produce any more points because we missed a lot of free throws and we missed a lot of layups. But they really get under your skin. They really do a good job of being disciplined and calculating and making you play faster, making you think on your feet a little bit. And I thought at the beginning of the game, the crowd was in it. It was hard for us to actually connect, call plays, and be on the same page. So a great tribute to Kim and her staff and getting her team ready to play.
Kind of the same thing as Pal, but kind of big picture, you're heading to league play Thursday. Where is this team in your mind from where you started the season versus now? And I guess kind of what's next for this team's progression?
Well, the novelty has worn off on this team, and knowing that we could play, we're connected on both sides of the basketball. For us, it's just keep living up to the challenge of who we're facing, because we're facing people who are ready to play against us. They get amped up, and I like to play in hostile environments like this because it does prepare you for league play. And they got a few Power 5 players on their team that this game was really an important game for us to play against that kind of competition on the road as we actually go on the road to play Florida next week.
Don, with free throws, how do you sort of address that? Because some of it is always technical or, you know, technique, but I guess some of it's mental, and I don't know if you want to make a bigger deal of it and worse, get in their heads. Like, how do you manage that?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's mental. You know, I think when you start pointing things out, like free throw shooting, it seems to get worse. But you know, we started this week trying to implement them in our drills and in our practices, just putting them in pressure free throw type situations, not necessarily like game winning free throws, but more like, you know, when they're a little bit winded, so stopping the drill in the middle of it, hit the free throw. We weren't good in those drills, so you know it was a direct reflection of today. So we got to continue to get better without throwing them off a cliff, you know, with trying to just beat him over the head with it, because it's a fine line, you know, it's a fine line. So hopefully we'll get better at it.
Don, I saw you and Kim talking before the game. How would you describe the relationship you have with her?
Oh, Kim's cool. Like, I know Kim and Corey, we've been in the business a long time. We recruited some of the same players. I mean, I just think she's got her shot here. You know, being a head coach, she's been a couple of places, but I think this is a place where she found home. You know, her and her family. I think she's just great. I think she's doing a great job recruiting. I think she's doing a great job just Xing and O'ing and preparing her team to play. I mean, they are a cool team to prep for, because they can play a lot of different ways. They got big bodies. They got players who can score. They're disciplined to their offense and their defense, and you want that.
Coach, everybody on social media was talking about your shirt. Could you just describe your apparel?
my shirt. Somebody sent this to me, and I thought it was pretty cool because a lot of times people think that people aren't watching. Women's basketball and women's sports are at an all-time high, and it's in high demand. I mean, ESPN decided to come here. They could have picked any location, but they decided to come here to ECU. It's not a place that probably is not on TV a whole lot, especially not on the national network, but somebody, the higher ups, the decision makers decided that this would be a great game. Got a great atmosphere. It looks like it was every bit of sold out. And I don't know what the ratings are, but it's a lot of great women's basketball games on today. So kudos to ESPN for doing that. Kudos for, I think this is Sue Bird's company, Together. Cool T-shirt, nice thick quality. They sent a hoodie along with it. I might wear the hoodie on the sideline too. So just to let people know, because there are a lot of people out there that don't think that we got the numbers behind our sports when it comes to women.
You've talked a lot this year about trying to grow man-to-man defense for this team. You held 1,000 points scored and 2 for 16 shooting today. What went well there today, and what about that can you take into league play?
It's a little bit of both. Danae's from South Carolina, so I'm quite sure she wanted to do well against her home state team. Part of that is we played different people on her. Some had some length, some had some just played underneath her, and I just thought we made it tough for her to get any clean looks. And it wasn't because it was Danae, it was because she's their leading scorer, and we know that we needed to cut her production in half. Or else they could have made the game interesting.
Any last questions? Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.